The text we are going to text we are going to read is text 26. Okay. Aho alam syagyatamam yadokulam aho alam punyatamam madorvanam yadesha pungsham rishabashriyapatihi svajanmana chankramanena chanchati. I'll read the translation. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Labai Charana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Oh, how supremely glorified is the dynasty of King Yadu, and how virtuous is the land of Mathura, where the supreme leader of all living beings, the husband of goddess of fortune, has taken his birth and wandered in his childhood. Purport. In the Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna has expressively given a description of his transcendental appearance, disappearance, and activities. The Lord appears in a particular family or place by his inconceivable potency. He does not take his birth as a conditioned soul, quits his body and accepts another body. His birth is like the appearance and the disappearance of the sun. The sun arises on the eastern horizon, but that does not mean that the eastern horizon is the parent of the sun. The sun is existent in every part of the solar system, but he becomes visible at a scheduled time and also becomes invisible at another scheduled time. Similarly, the Lord appears in this universe like the sun and again leaves our sight at another time. He exists in all times, at all times, and at every place. But by His causeless mercy, when He appears before us, we take it for granted that He has taken His birth. Anyone who can understand this truth in terms of the statements of the revealed scriptures certainly becomes liberated just after quitting the present body. Liberation is obtainable after many births and after endeavor in patience and perseverance, in knowledge and renunciation. But simply by knowing the truth about the Lord's transcendental births and activities, one can get liberation at once. That is the verdict of Bhagavad Gita. But those who are in darkness of ignorance conclude that the Lord's birth and activities in the material world are similar to those of the ordinary living being. Such imperfect conclusions cannot give anyone liberation. His birth, therefore, in the family of King of Yadu as the son of King Vasudeva, and his transfer into the family of Nanda Maharaj in the land of Mathura are all transcendental arrangements made by the internal potency of the Lord. The fortunates of the Yadu dynasty and that of the inhabitants of the land of Mathura cannot be materially estimated. If simply by knowing the transcendental nature of the birth and activities of the Lord one can get liberation easily, we can just imagine what is in store for those who actually enjoyed the company of the Lord in person as the family members or as a neighbor. All those who were fortunate enough to associate with the Lord, the husband of goddess of fortune, certainly obtained something more than what is known as liberation. Therefore, rightly the dynasty and the land are both ever glorious by the grace of the Lord. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Patakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sarjatam Sandragnatan Vitangtam Chajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parajana Shakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sanalita Shri Vishakam Vidam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So it's yet another opportunity, Hare Krishna, that devotees here has given for me. Maybe second time, I came many times, but second time, this opportunity of glorifying the Lord. Here the Lord is glorified. The land of Mathura and the dynasty of Yadus are glorified here. So Prabhu has told about me. There is nothing special as such. It's all on the way that we come in devotion. Whatever the services we are, our devotees, our authorities are engaging, that we get engaged. There is nothing special actually. All the glories are to be given to them who are the authorities who guided the living entities in the path of self-realization and going back to Godhead. So we are all guided, fortunately. That is the speciality of Bhakti Yoga. In other margas like karma or jnana or whatever, ashtanga, dhyana, whatever. So one is not guided. So in Bhakti Marga, the living entity is guided by Vedas, like scriptures, all the revealed scriptures, the personality, Vedic personalities, Vedic authorities. And similarly, we see that the place of Mathura, like the holy places, holy rivers, like holy mountains. Actually, in India, if you see, pretty much everything is holy. There is nothing is unholy, because it is also not just the land of certain places are glorified or holy. Because there are many devotees who walked from one place to another, they made it everything is holy. So that's the speciality of the land of is Bharata Varsha, Bharata, especially Bharata, India. So it's very important to understand the glories. So all those devotees who walked, we see many devotees like Madhva, Ramanujacharya, our own Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti, his own spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. They all went into different places and they have glorified. Even Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had a desire to glorify all the holy places of India. He wanted to write a book basically on that. It did not happen. As an opportunity, as a service that someone can do that actually. There are some books are coming up by some devotees I know. They are more fired up to in presenting all these things. So similarly, all these facilities are given to us, living entities, just to get out of this material world. That we have to understand. That is the essence of that we were chanting Krishna's name, holy names, and we were jumping and dancing. Actually, that is what is required. All these things, philosophical discussion, all these things are to just encourage us to make us to jump and dance. There is nothing. We have to just dance, jumping, not just slowly, little bit. No, we have to enthusiastically jump and dance. So Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami says in Hari Bhakti Vilas, that one if jumps, all his sins are going to fall down from his vrata, all it will be withered and then it will fall down. And nothing you need to specially do, to do all this getting out of the sinful activities and reactions. It will just fall down. You have to just simply jump. That is the formula of Sriman Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So similarly, all the incarnations, especially Lord takes and the incarnation that the Supreme Personality of Godhead took is to help the living entity to come out of all these difficulties. So yet there is a lot of challenges for everybody. We may think that challenges only come to us. No, it's not. It is not true. The challenges are all there. Even for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there are challenges. Don't think that he was not undergoing challenges. He was also undergoing challenges. So much of meditation. When he decided that who will go to Vrindavan to encourage the devotees there, that Lord is there in Mathura, and he wanted to send somebody. So much of meditation. He was thinking, whom I will send. If I go from here, Vasudeva and Devaki become disturbed. No? Because he don't want to go. Because after a long time he came from Vrindavan back to Mathura. Now if he goes, the parental affection, it will be disturbed, and then they will be, why are you going? Why are you going? They will ask so many questions. So you don't want to answer all those things. But at the same time, he want to make the devotees of Vrindavan to just see his form, or just seeing some form to remember Krishna. So Krishna thought, okay, whom I will send? I can send Uddhava. He looks exactly almost like Krishna. So Krishna sent Uddhava to him. So Uddhava went, and then when everyone saw Uddhava, they all thought, oh, this is Krishna. So see, the plan of Krishna become true, right? So much of meditation, even for Lord, So that's how we all have challenges in our bhakti also. We should understand it is not just, and the place where we are staying, this itself is, it's a holy place basically. Temple, it's a holy place basically. It's not specifically separately that one has to travel. They obviously, sometimes we travel to Mathura, Vrindavan, Mayapur, and all those places. But especially in Kali Yuga, we traveling, you just go travel and come back, you'll be too tired, and you will lose all your sadhana, and then all these things, everything, goes back to, normal, and then we will. So, we have to keep the enthusiasm up in our devotional service, or regular practice. Even when you was telling that, you please give some class, I was thinking, I was not doing regular sadhana. Regular sadhana means it's not just chanting, whatever I do regularly every day, offering flowers, collecting, and then cleaning the temple, all those things. I was missing all of them through this. I was thinking, I'm not really spiritually in charge. How I will speak? So because it's naturally we feel that I'm missing all those things. How I will be able to speak? What I can speak? I cannot speak. So we be always charged, enthusiastically with in the association of devotees. That's very important actually. So especially in the Shastras, if you see the personalities of the Supreme Personality of God, Sri Krishna, and incarnation, like Lord Rama, they are glorified actually, because they have pretty much, they thought like not in like other incarnations. In these incarnations of Lord Rama and Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, when he appeared in this world, they thought that they have to uplift these living entities. Tyaktva sudipchidam suriptalajarishyam. That sloka explains that mana mrigam. So we all are chasing the illusory energy of the Lord, thinking that is Lord. That gives enjoyment actually. That gives pleasure basically. So that is not true. So Lord wants to teach us that we have to get out of this world. How he does it actually? So there should be something like some doctrine, something to explain us. If something you want to learn without showing some model or example, something you cannot learn all these things. It's very difficult. This is practical, right? Everybody, for everybody, we have to see something, then only we believe in. We don't believe anything just, when we hear or something. We have to see and understand some example. This is always necessary. This is always there actually. Actually, this is not the Vedic way of learning. The Vedic way of learning is they don't see anything actually. They don't even see the Vedic scriptures actually. All the students, they sit before of the Guru, they learn all the slokas, they memorize everything, and then nobody knows the meaning of that. When you ask them, do you know the meaning of these slokas? No, we don't know. First you learn. Then after that, then all the meaning of them are taught to them basically. Similar, that's the way. But unfortunately, not everybody can understand that way. So, the Lord appears in certain ways, certain to teach certain things basically. So, one of them is Shastras says that out of his deliberation, he wanted to make the living entity and him to feel the same way. Otherwise, nobody is going to take, whom you will take an example from. A person whom you can correlate. Other, if you are not able to correlate, why you are going to take example? You are not going to take example. Or you are not going to follow him actually. So the Lord wants to make everyone feel that, okay, better you just, So this is called Beda. Abeda, indifference. He wants to prove there is no difference, not much difference in me and you. I am also following, you see, Dharmishta, Yavachata, Yasagaranya. This sloka also says that the Lord is the Dharma. Following the Dharma, he establishes everything. So he want to follow, he want to set an example. So he uses the idea of indifference. Indifference. So this is mentioned in Shastras. So he is trying to show that, you see, I am doing the same thing and you also do the same thing. So the living entity will get, encouraged to do that. Lord Ram wanted to do that actually. So he comes with the idea and he establishes this principle. He is saying that Atmanam Manusham Manye Ramam Dasarada Atmajam. He says this. Quite a few times he says in Ramayana. What is the meaning of this? Atmanam. So I am a personality. Manusham. I am just a human being like you. He establishes the indifference. Like you. Indifference. Manusham Manye, I consider. Ramam, my name is Lord Ram, not Lord. He says Ram, that's all. What is the identity? Yeah, there is Prabhupada speaks about the identity of the Lord, right? The identity, what is the identity? Dasarada Atmajam, I am the son of Dasarada. That's all. Very simple. He says quite a few times, I am not a big person, I am son of somebody. Just, I am here. But, you see that when I am doing certain things which are, which inspires others to follow the same thing. So the same way, Lord establishes the principle, makes everyone, attracts every living entity so that everybody will follow Lord Ram. Right? We see everybody naturally they get attracted to Lord Ram. Naturally. And especially my spiritual master was telling that in Andhra Pradesh, people more they get attracted to Lord Ram or Narshinga. Everywhere you see in Andhra, so many places, people just like you see, talk about Lord Ram, they just simply hear you. That's all, nothing else. Krishna, maybe they may be thinking, maybe he's speaking something else, but Lord Ram, you speak about it, they just immediately they get attracted to you. Narshingadev also, they get attracted to you. Immediately, you just speak about these two, the God, personality of Goddess, they immediately get attracted. So, but if you see, the Acharyas are explaining, although the Lord came for this purpose of establishing the indifference and making an example, setting an example, but there was a problem, there was a challenge for them. So when Lord Ram was walking, you just see, after I am telling you, you have to tell me, will a human being able to do that actually? Truly it is not possible. When Lord Ram was coming and then he is seeing Jatayu, who was dead there, he is almost going to die. Then he sees Jatayu, he is reciprocating with him, and then he said, Jatayu, you will go back to Godhead. You will get, I am giving you liberation. So any human being, if you go on the roadside, you may distribute books. Can you give liberation? Anyone here? Can we give liberation? No? What is this? You are distributing Bhagavad Gita, you don't know? You are giving liberation. True or not? To some way, but you cannot guarantee that. Even Acharyas, they also sometimes say that, yeah, you follow the path. They insist, you follow the path. Right? Otherwise, you will not get actually. So, they are very strict actually, Acharyas are. So, Lord, he is just giving, distributing. And these Acharyas are explaining that, you see, what is the qualification? Did Jatayu anytime performed Bhakti Yoga, Mangalarati? No, any path of Bhakti devotion? Nothing. He did not do anything. And then he is a Tiryaka. Tiryaka means a bird. He is not qualified to get liberation in this body. It is not possible for them. And then third thing is that, he was, in Shastras they say, the person who disturbs the Brahmana, Brahmana is very, sober and, calm, peaceful, innocent basically, Brahmanas are innocent. Okay, this is true. Don't think I'm just voting for Brahmana. But it is truth actually. They are very innocent. And if somebody disturbs the Brahmana and makes him to do some sinful activities, that's the most ever sin. That's the considered to be the most ever sin. And Ravana is a Brahmana. And who made to kill Ravana? Jatayu, or who incited Ravana to kill him, to fight? Jatayu only incited, right? Right? Yes or no? Jatayu only incited. Jatayu incited, you come fight with me, I want to. But Ravana was not. He was, you may say that, oh no, he is just doing some nonsense. But he is doing out of ignorance. That's also innocent. Prabhupada used to say that, when not only the cows and ashes, Prabhupada used to say, that both are, it may be innocent also, but sometimes it is also ignorance. It's all same, not much. So he is in that way, but Jatayu incited him and made him to fight. So and then the acharyas are saying that you see, because of this reason, he is not qualified to get liberation. But then how come you gave liberation to him? And then you are saying that you are an ordinary person, like Manusham Manye. What is this all? This is not true. This is not true. So how you can say this? That so although Lord want to establish the indifference, sometimes Bhakta Vatshalya, makes him to show all those qualities which he has, and then he just gives liberation to them. Right, you see? It's very, very difficult even for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in the same way that although he want to establish certain principle, it's very difficult to follow. Okay? It's natural, right? So although he came for establishing indifference, but he has to show the difference, that he is different from ordinary living entity. And nobody can give liberation. Although in so many times Supreme Personality of God, like Lord Ram, acted as such, he don't know. He is the Paramatma in every living entity. But he is going in search of where is Sita. Don't you know? He doesn't know. He is also a Paramatma in the heart of Lord Rama. The Ravana also, right? The king of Lanka. He is also there. You don't know where is Sita? Why you want to search actually? He is establishing the indifference that, I am an ordinary person. And he is also taking the help of somebody, monkey who is absolutely don't have any faith on Lord Ram. This Sugriva. Sugriva is telling that, oh, you want my help? Okay, I can give you. But you have to fight my brother, Vali. And if you can kill him, then I will help you. A person who is Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Bhai ki jai. So the person who is already, going to kill Vali, can't he kill Ravana? Sugriva cannot kill even Vali. And what he will help to Lord Ram, you see. Can he help? Actually, he cannot even help actually. But Lord Ram is thinking, no, Sugriva will help me in going to, searching, because he has a lot of people, a lot of people is there, they will take help of them, to establish certain things. Prabhupada wanted to. Prabhupada selected America because people are ignorant and they will listen. In India, everybody will speak some philosophy and then say no. They were all rejecting Prabhupada, all crazy people in India. At least in a foreign country, Prabhupada knows that all the people are ignorant, they just follow me. So he selected America. So that's the way actually. We are unfortunate for that. So Lord Ram, that all these monkeys, what they will help? Monkeys what they will? They're so intelligent or what? No. He also selected. Okay, no. These people, let them help. So he went and behind them, and then you see, he always trying to establish the indifference, but sometimes he has to show that then when Vali was killed, Lord Ram just put an arrow which pierced the 7 trees. It does one activity. Second, it went to the different loka and then it killed somebody, and then it came up and then killed. All these activities are done. And he is seeing that, oh, this is not just one arrow, does all the 3 activities. How it is possible? Sugriva was thinking that I was trying to help a person who is not. He also understood, okay, Lord Ram is different, he is not the same person. Although he declares that no, Atmanam Manusham Mani Ramam Dasratmatmajam, no, he is not a. So it's pretty much, although he came to establish indifference, there is a difference. Everybody understood. Okay. Then in Dwapara Yuga, Lord Krishna himself, he comes to this material world to help us, and he establishes a Veda. From the day one, he just took birth immediately. He appeared, not took birth. In sense, took birth also the same thing, because just to please Devaki, he just took birth, from the womb of Devaki. He says, Devaki will be happy. So he appeared, and then immediately he left, Tata bye bye. I am going to Gokul, not to Vasudeva. Immediately, and then in childhood, he killed so many demons, Putana, this and that. Who will kill? Nobody. Lord Ram did any of those things. So he was very careful. That established the indifference. He was very careful. Although, he could not. But Krishna, from the day one, he was just doing all this, all Atimanushya. This is called Atimanushya. What I am speaking is from the scripture called Panchastavi. And one of that stavi is Atimanushya stavi, where it is mentioned all these things are. So he was trying to establish difference, Veda. You and me are different. You have to surrender to me. Then only you listen. No? Otherwise, why Arjuna is going to listen? Arjuna, after showing everything, only you will say, I was thinking that you were Yadava, Madhava, so many things I was calling, but now I understood who you are. And then better you come back to your normal position where I don't want to say all these things. So all these things, you want to establish the Veda. But you see, when Krishna appears also, he was establishing the Veda principle, and he was not able to do that. Certain times he has to show the indifference also. He was just keeping quiet, and he was behaving like an ordinary person. When Shamantaka Jwal was lost and Shatraji's was, there was a rumor that it was because of Krishna, and then Krishna was okay. I have to now remove all this, kalanka means I got, so I have to remove this. So I have to go and search. He was in search of this Samantaka Jwal. You see, the same thing, right? You were telling that you are different. And you are different means you are also in the heart of, everywhere, you are, don't you know where is Samantaka Jwal? The same question. Don't you know where is Samantaka? They are asking. This is not my questions. These are Acharyas are asking. Don't you know where is Samantaka Jwal? Why you have to go? And you just saw, then Krishna saw the Samantaka Jwal, and then he found out, and then it was, who it was, who was having it? Jambavan, right? Jambavan is having that. So he has to fight with Jambavan to get it actually, And Jambavan could not realize. And he was fighting with, and he was fighting like, ordinary person that with him, give me that, Samantaka Jwal, that I want to take it, So then when how Jambavan realized that he is Supreme Lord? When his energy was going down, and he was not able to fight, and then he understood, maybe he is Supreme Lord. Maybe he was an ordinary person, means I can just finish him, but I am not able to fight him. Then he understood, now it is so much difficulty to establish this principle. You see, is this? Although Lord Krishna wants to establish the principle of Veda, sometimes he has to show this indifference. Although he came to establish the principle of difference, he want to preach, everyone will surrender to me if I show that I am different from them. Because that's another way to teach, right? Whom we surrender to, we will get attracted to the person who he has a lot of money. Maybe if I follow him, I will also get more money, right? Who have more, right? That's the nature, Krishna tells this in Bhagavatam, first sloka. Tejo vari mritam, yatra vinimayo misharga. So, mrisha. So, Prabhupada writes that Teja means fire. Vari means water. Tejo vari mridam. Mridam means earth. Okay, all these things. And out of this vinimaya, these reactions, we can see fire, sometimes water in the fire, right? And the earth and the water, the land and the water. Prabhupada gives all these examples, The higher authority, right? Because the higher elements has all these, the lower elements, right? Water has the fire, right? Water has fire or fire has water? What's the question? Water has fire or fire has water? Huh? You all read Bhagavatam. What's happening? Water has four features, right? 4 features water has, right? Earth has 5 features. Water has 4 features. What is lacking in fire? Taste. Water has the taste, right? Fire don't have. Form, no, all these things are there, but taste is not there. So higher authority. So want differences. I want to just establish the difference, and then establishing the difference, then all these people will listen me. All these people will listen me. Then I'll speak Bhagavad Gita, and then all these fellows has to surrender to me. Right? That's the way. Huh? So, but sometimes he has to also act with indifference. So, although he came to establish, but it was not possible. And then what is happening? How to do this? But these living entities are not going to follow, because they are in confusion. They are always in the confusion, whether Beda or Abeda. They are always in the confusion, whether Beda or Abeda. Too much Beda also is a problem. Too much Abeda is also a problem. They don't understand whether he is a human being or Supreme Lord. Or sometimes they think that he is Supreme Lord, why he is behaving this way, we don't understand. Then Lord thought, okay, no, now his deliberation went in the way that no. I have to teach them as a teacher. As a teacher, I become an example, taking the mood of the highest devotee. Unnadojvala prema. So that I will teach them. Then I become like them. I become one of them, one among them. I live like that, right? But then I will say that I have higher goals. What about you? Don't you have higher goals in your life? Yeah, we also have. Oh, then they follow me. That's the personality, the incarnation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That he establishes the inconceivable nature of the Supreme Personality. No one established that. Even the Supreme Personality of Godhead could not establish this principle that he could do. Inconceivable. This is our philosophy. What is our philosophy? Ajintya Beda Beda Tattva. This was established by Sriman Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That he shows to everybody, all the living entities, in the form of Sadbhuja avatar. Right? He shows Sadbhuja form, right? I am Krishna, I am Rama. I am the same inconceivable person. This is Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. This is why I came here. Right? This is the understanding. That we follow the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And our philosophy is Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. Not different. We are not following any other philosophy. No other sampradaya we follow. We only follow the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that we are all Rupa Goswami's servants, the followers of Rupa Goswami, Rupanugas. So we follow in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami. We don't follow anyone else actually. So that's the way. So we all follow. We all together do. Our movement is for Sankirtan, preaching Sankirtan, establishing Sankirtan everywhere. We do everything in the mood of Sankirtan. Together, coming together, not separately. Nowadays there are many people they want to do everything separately. Sometimes they all were together and then they were all separated, and then they go and then they try to do their own things and everything fails. No. Although they follow devotional service, and later devotional service will become a burden for them. Okay? So this no one we should do actually. When we start up in devotional service, how we are starting our practices, we should continue that actually. We have to be always, because our movement is Sankirtan, we cannot do it separately. We have to be together and do. Somebody, the authority of this temple asking, okay, thinking that if somebody is missing, somebody is not good in attending programs, they may not do good. So he is asking, oh, something happened. Who are all there? No, everybody was there, Prabhu. Okay. Who are all attending Mangalarti? Everybody attending Mangalarti, Prabhu. Okay, then no, he'll not any question. There is no question actually, basically. Okay. Everybody was there everywhere. Means the idea is don't miss the programs in the temple. You come to all the programs, be present here. You have to be part of these programs. Everything. So that's the idea. That is Sankirtan. Bahumilitva. Everyone comes together. Many people comes together and does everything. That is how we can progress in this Kali Yuga. Otherwise, we cannot independently. We cannot progress. What we does, all these things. Prabhu was telling translation. If I am not doing translation, what is it? I know Tamil, that's why I am doing Tamil translation. I am not doing Gujarati translation. Crazy, what is the idea? I know Tamil, that's why I am doing Tamil translation. I know little bit Telugu, I am just, I helped in doing Telugu Ramayana. I was thinking, what is, okay. Yeah, obviously, it's devotees, one of the good qualities is obvious, for anything they will glorify devotee. Whatever, okay, something, you see, but that's not the way. At least I should see that way, that, there's nothing. I know that, that's why I did. What is this? Somebody told me, go, it will be well helpful for you. Go to Mangalarati, your consciousness will change. Okay, I'll go. That's nothing actually. That, like Prabhupada used to say, that all the Gopas are just waiting. When morning it will come, they want to jump out of the bed and then see Krishna. I was not in any mood of that. At least some Rati is there. After attending Mangalarti, I don't want to really miss it actually. Some attraction is there, a little bit. In some devotional service. That's how we develop in Sankirtan Bhav. We come together, we understand, we realize that we are separated in consciousness. Although we are, this current situation is, modern society. I was preaching in one school and then I put on photo. All are together but they are all separated. How it is possible? All are sitting in the train together but everybody has a phone. They are seeing their own things, nothing. You are all together and separated. What is the point actually? Be together in consciousness. We have to be together in consciousness. One goal. One goal. We are here to please Prabhupada. We are here to please Prabhupada's disciples, Guru Vrinda, whatever. Over you may be inspired, but doesn't matter. But because everybody is telling the same message that we have to go back to Godhead. Is there anyone who is telling something different from this? Nobody tells. Nobody. And why? What is the difference actually? It's in our consciousness. We don't want to do. So, but we have to do. So that's the idea. So that's why I told this. This our movement we are following. We worship Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We understand all the philosophy. Our philosophy is given by him actually. So that is what we follow. So everyone has to understand this philosophy. We have to accept Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. And we have to live in this way. That is when we can. And so that's Prabhupada mentions here in 2 words in this purport. Where it is? It is knowledge and renunciation. Knowledge and renunciation. Vairagya Vidya. Vairagya Vidya. This is the essence of the essential teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is what, who says this sloka, Vairagya Vidya, Nijabhakti. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, very good. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says this. Nijabhakti Yoga. He says this is the Nijabhakti Yoga. That knowledge and renunciation. Although we get the knowledge and we are not much attached. Things will come and go. It is not going to change my consciousness. You may have something, you may not have something. How that? When I came to ISKCON, I understood that I was so much of meditation and thinking all this living, what is this in this material world? Because I never understood any of these things. I was one of the jiva who was left out, without any understanding. I was just bewildered, completely bewildered. I was thinking, I have to go to school or to study. What is this? I don't know how to relate any of these things. Because I was not super educated fellow. In my childhood at least, because I didn't even know. Till my 5th standard, I didn't even know that I have to study so that I have to get a job. And I completely bewildered. Nothing I could correlate. Then I was thinking, when I came to ISKCON, I understood, these are all temporary things. I was completely relieved. This is all temporary things. Okay. Then I can I take birth? Yeah, you can take birth. Again, you can, this is very easy. Why I had to unnecessarily suffer? I was thinking this is the only thing, only life, I do something. And everybody is pushing me, do this, do that, do this, and it will give you happiness. Nothing, I could not get any happiness there. Then I thought, can I take again birth? Yeah, this is very easy. Then Prabhupada is saying, you are living entity. You are not this body. This body is giving so much trouble. I was thinking, relating to this, and then, it gives so much trouble. Then I have to at least, when body is aching, who will care otherwise, I was thinking this is my body, so I have to care. Actually, it's not, body does not belongs to you. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells this. He teaches, right? And Sanatana Goswami says that, I was so much, worms and all these things comes. He was deceased. He was thinking that I want to leave this body. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, what do you think? Do you think this body belongs to you? This is my property. This is my property. You have to engage in my service. Whatever. But you see, this is diseased condition. Whatever it is, you have to engage in my service. Whatever it is. So this is the philosophy. You see, this is inconceivable, right? Who will come and respect it? Any time Krishna or Rama sat anybody with everyone and reciprocated. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is reciprocating with everybody, in his Leela. That he was calling, Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur. No, I was with you. The 22 marker places, they were beating you, right? And Lord, you were as a Paramatma. No, I put my back on your back. The Paramatma, no, I am putting my back on your back. You see, I was taking all those beating. You see my back. You see here, all this. Directly showing. Paramatma anytime showed to anyone that, no. You see, this is the inconceivable nature of the personality of Godhead, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Really inconceivable. You cannot. He was showing indifference and he was showing difference, and then everything inconceivable. Inconceivable. And when Chota Haridas Thakur he did some mistake. And then everybody was trying to, pacify. And then Swarutamudar goes, he was also thinking that he was personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He thought, I already tried this, with, this Maharaj. Who is that Maharaj who is trying? Pratapruddha Maharaj. He was trying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling, do this, Mahaprabhu will be pleased. Devotees will teach you all the technique, how to do all this devotional service very easy way. All these things they will teach. Now devotees are expert. They will teach you everything. We have to be just with the devotees. They are experts. Prabhupada calls all the devotees as Daksha. Not great in devotion. They are expert. What an expert they are? They are expert in you engaging in devotional service. Don't think that, this Prabhuji is so much pushing, put it there, put it here. I put there and then again he's saying put it here. Why can't he think before? Don't think, just engage, get engaged. He's saying put it there, put it there. And he's saying put it back, we put it back. So don't think so much actually. They are expert. They know how to engage all these things. You did all these things, maybe your exercise is done and all this, whatever. You unnecessary, no need to morning walk and all these things. No need to do. Prabhupada used to take everybody, come, morning walk. You want to walk? Yeah. Because so many people are saying that walking in the morning is very good. Come, I will tell. Walking is so much philosophy. After hearing so much philosophy, walking, if they forget whether they walked or not. So that's what happened actually. Very inconceivable, nature. This is the same nature of Srila Prabhupada also. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was same like that, he was telling, if you are not heeding, he was telling Swarup Damodar, that if you are again and again talking about Chota Haridas, I will leave this place and go out. Very heavy, very heavy. Now, who will, similar way, our spiritual masters are quite heavy, right? Right, sometime, Prabhupada also was very, very heavy, very heavy. You cannot be with Prabhupada. Now, once Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur took his disciple and then he was telling, get down. He got down out of the car, jump. From the hill. The devotee was too much surrender. He is a sannyasi, he surrendered. He was asking, is this height sufficient or should I go up and then jump? He was pleased. He was very pleased. Okay, get in. Nothing. Prabhupada told, get down. Gurudas Prabhu, get down. Open a temple. Open a temple with this much money. What I will do? Get down. Open. Go. That's heavy. Very heavy. You cannot follow. You may think that, I would have, everybody in our life would have thought, right? I would have took birth. Prabhupada time. I would have really helped him. He suffered so much actually, At least, I felt that, sentimentally, sometimes I'll jump, Jai Prabhupada, I was feeling, so Prabhupada so much, he took difficulties, that time I would have been there, I would have helped him. Actually, I am telling you, we cannot even be with him. Very, very difficult. What the schedule they follow, how those devotees, because those devotees who are with him, they were all sent by the Supreme Lord to help him. We are not. We cannot do all those things actually. Really, don't think that we are so great and we can do, why I cannot go that. And then people like that, they think and so much they think and they go to Brahma. Better I will just follow Brahma, why all this in between people. And we call them as different movement. So like that, it is not, that's not our, why Prabhupada, I can listen from his guru or his guru and then go all the way till the parampara to, and then only, Brahma teaches only 4 slokas, right? Chatusloki Bhagavatam, that learn only 4 slokas, no Bhakti Sastri, no Bhakti, so many slokas, memorize, and then listen all this philosophy, only 4 slokas. Happy, right? Better I will follow Brahma. Not that way actually. We have to follow, we are in a current situation where we are, and the mango tree is a great example of it. Mango tree. Have you ever saw a mango tree? Mango tree? Mango tree, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains this tree of, not the Vedic literature, the tree of this parampara. And that seed is, who is the seed who gave bhakti? Madhavendra Puri. From the tree, there are roots coming. Who is the root? Ishvara Puri. And then there's a big trunk. Who is the trunk? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there are 2 other trunks are coming from that. Who are they? Advaita, Nitya. All is like the example of a tree he is giving. And it is just come at the tree. You are not in the Madhavendra Puri, Ishvara Puri and all this thing. You are coming, come. You are an ant walking down. Where you will get the mango? Have you ever saw a mango tree? The mango will be separated from the tree. It's not going to be, it's not on the branch, it is not on the twig, it is separately hanging. And that's the last one. You have to come till there to get the mango for an ant. Right? Otherwise, I'm not following, that previous acharya, this acharya. No, not like that. We have to come to the level of whom we are, whom we have work under, our authority. And we have to work for them. That we have to learn. In our life, we all have to surrender to, faithfully to at least one personality. Be it anyone. I'm telling, be it anyone. It does not mean that it has to be a spiritual master, because always is not going to be with you. But you have to be truthful and faithful to one person, because he connects to you to Krishna. This is the secret of bhakti. If we lose that, we lose bhakti. Nothing. Krishna is not going to see. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught. He was standing next to Garuda Stamba, thinking that when Lord Jagannath sees, Lord Jagannath will compulsory will see Garuda, because he is his dear devotee. When he sees Garuda, he may see me also. He is just standing next to Garuda Stamba. This is the mood, right? Devotee all will go. I was first time seeing all the devotees are going to Garuda Stamba. Jagannath is there, Garuda Stamba is there. Why they are going to Garuda Stamba? I could not relate, understand. Fellows crazy, why they are going to Garuda Stamba? Jagannath is there, go there. No, they are all. No, you want to see Jagannath? Or Jagannath wants to see you? We all wants to see Jagannath, that's our problem. This is what Bhaktivedanta Saraswati came to teach us. We are not Drigdishya, this is called. The seer and the seen. Who is the seen? We are to be seen by the Lord, and not that we see the Lord. Every time we go and see everywhere. Right? And do all eye exercise. Bhaktivedanta Saraswati used to eye exercises. Going and seeing at different places. Now we see all this. I went to different places and then say, yeah, you saw? Yeah, I saw so many things. What you saw? Trees. Yes, trees are here also, in Attapur also. Rock is there. What else you want to see? I said, go over there. Hills. You see here, also hill is there. What else you want to see? That's eye exercise. This is not why we want to go. We want to present ourselves. While we are presenting ourselves to the Lord, how we have to be? We have to know that Lord has to follow us, not that we have to. That's the way actually. Prabhupada used to say, do something that Krishna wants to see you. That you make that he wants to come and see you, because his fellow is doing so many things. Let me go and give. That's what Bilvamangal Thakur, he just plucked it out of his eyes, throw. This is distracting me from my Krishna consciousness. Throw it away, pluck it. And then his desire is he wants to go to Vrindavan. Now who will guide? Krishna started, what is this? He plucked it out. I have to go and help him. Then he started running and came and then holding us in his hand, and then he was walking with him. That's when there is one sloka he tells. When he leaves the hand, Astamuchpe atosvi balad. Krishna kim adbhutam. Hridayatyati niryasi. Paurusham ganayamite. He says this. He writes this sloka. That what is the great? That I am a blind person, you left my hand, Because Vrindavan came and Krishna don't want to be with him actually, because other people are seeing, what he is trying to do. So he left this hand, very forcibly, creating that, leaving the hand of, Bilvamangal Thakur. And Bilvamangal Thakur saying, what is there? I am a blind person. Even I throw something also, I cannot search. I left you. How I can search? I cannot search. But you are in my heart. Can you go away from my heart? You cannot go. I already bound you. He says in the Chaurastakam, right? I already put you in the jail of my heart and you cannot come out. You know all the meaning of that sloka, song. Now we sing, right? So similarly, we have to do something that Krishna will empower us. He may not directly come and follow us, but he will really empower us. He will give association. He will give energy. From all the difficulty he may give, no? He may relieve us so that we can continue our services for this movement, Sampradaya. That individually we cannot contribute so much actually, but together we can contribute so much. So that mood we should have. That is the essence of devotion. So that's what Krishna says in this, Prabhupada says in this purport, that we have to understand who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not something like forced by us actually. We should not think that we can control somebody, we can do things separately. No, we cannot do actually. Only Acharyas, they can do, they are empowered. We all together, take the mercy and, distribute among ourselves, and then we work together in different, potency to please the Lord. So that should be the mood of the temple. So any festival, anything, any program, you are going out for a book distribution, you are going out for food distribution, prasadam distribution, whatever, have to work together. This work together mentality, if it is not there, and this is where Maya is very, very strong. We have to be very careful. That we should not be. No, it will make little difference. That I told you, difference in difference. Maya makes you little difference of opinion. And what you will do? This small thing makes a big and I left, why you left? I left because they put the flower pot there. I told put here. They don't like it. Because I told, they are not liking it. So I left. I'm not going to the temple. One of the devotees was telling, Prabhuji, every time politics, Prabhuji. They say politics. Okay, politics. What they are doing? They are fighting. Fighting? Okay, at least you are fighting with devotee. Go. Fight with him. Oh, no problem. You are not fighting with karmis, Baba. If you go out, you have to fight with karmis. Better, if devotee is beating you, get beaten. No problem. When you want to beat him, also go do that. But don't go out of devotee association. No use. No use of going out of devotee association. So this we have to learn in devotion. So, sorry, you all are different capacity, potency, you have different realizations. I spoke from my understanding of what I understand. You all have, because your services accordingly. If you ask me how to make a garland, I don't know. I'm not expert because, the expert has to tell, that I don't know. If you ask me to give a class about, here there are so many things are there. I'm not a good organizer of any yatra, so I don't know about many of those places also. But at least I know there is something connected to devotion. Krishna, we can speak. Prabhupada, all the Guru Parampara, all Acharyas, they are all great, really, I'm telling you. There's nothing that you need to doubt about it. You have to have one authority. That authority, you have to just follow him. Just to follow him. Whatever it takes. Just to follow. Okay? So, Hare Krishna. So, please excuse me for my incapabilities. I was not really prepared. Truly speaking, I just came and saw the sloka just before. I was talking to Jai Balram, and then I was just seeing sloka, which number. I didn't know because I lost the message. It was disappearing. WhatsApp has that good facility. It just disappears, everything. So I disappeared. Sloka number, I was searching and oh my God, I know 10 sloka. But I read the sloka the first time when I was searching 1, 2, 3, 26. I got by that time, Guru Puja started. I thought, what is the use of searching for slokas? Guru Puja is there. Better go attend Guru Puja. At least, you can please Prabhupada. Then I came down. Nothing. Then I just speak on difference and indifferences. This Tattva, what we follow, Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. And this Shadbhuja avatar, or Shadbhuja Rupa, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shown, is not different from Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. That's what he was trying to explain as Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grindraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुता पदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम